Dear brothers and sisters, do remember one thing. Malala Day is not my day. Today is the day of every woman, every boy, and every girl who have raised their voice for their rights.
Be it Malala Yousafzai or Ritesh Agarwal or Mahendra Singh Dhoni, they all no doubt are extremely successful today. But were they born successful? Of course not. So when we look at people like them, we often wonder how they managed to become so successful even after starting from such ordinary beginnings. Friends, my name is Shivendu Chatterjee. I'm a corporate trainer. I've spent years analyzing and working with some top professionals, and I'm going to take you step by step through the process using which some ordinary people become extremely successful. Step 1 of the process is believe. Do not think that this word is overrated. If you do not believe that you can become successful in life, no person, no power in this world can help you become successful. All successful people start their story by first of all believing that they can become successful in life. For example, Malala Yousafzai is definitely an extremely inspirational person. She is extremely successful. But till few years ago, she was as ordinary as the other girls were in her village. Like other girls in her village, she was living a life full of fear, full of injustice. But she somehow started believing that she can stand against all the injustice. She can stand against all her oppressors. And that is when her story started. So, if you want to become successful in life, as per step 1, you need to believe. The second step of the process is goal setting. If you're living your life without a goal, it's like you driving not knowing what the destination is. Doesn't matter how much fuel you burn, doesn't matter how many 9 to 8s you do, you will eventually reach nowhere where you want to reach. And that is the reason all successful people, after believing that they can become successful, they set a very, very clear goal. For example, many years ago in Mumbai, there was this boy who, like other boys, after coming back from his school, used to go to the ground to play cricket. Now somehow he started believing that he can be great in his game. And that's when he went ahead and he set a very clear goal. He said that in few years from now, I'm going to play for my country. I'm going to represent my country on the international platform. And then, keeping his goal in front of his eyes, he started working very, very hard. And then he went ahead to create history. You guessed it right, I'm talking about Sachin Tendulkar. So, step 2 of the process is goal setting. Step 3 of the process is teaming up. People who want to become immensely successful in their life, they know it very, very well that they cannot do it alone. And that is the reason they go ahead and they team up with the people who can help them reach their goals. For example, many years ago when Steve Jobs wanted to start something great, knowing that he cannot do alone, he went ahead and he teamed up with Steve Wozniak. And then they together, as we all know, went ahead to create history. So step 3 of the process is teaming up. Okay, so now let's talk about step 4 of the process. Step 4 of the process is action planning. Please understand this and understand this very, very well. If your goal is your destination, your plan is your roadmap. Without the roadmap, it will be extremely difficult for you to reach your goal. Successful people know this very well, and that is the reason once they have their team ready with them, they go ahead and they plan everything really very, very well. For example, in 2007, after declaring his candidacy for US presidential elections, Mr. Barack Obama went ahead and immediately started planning to the minutest of the details. And people who have been following him, people who know him, they know it very, very well that one of the biggest reasons why he won was because of the fact that everything was exceptionally well planned. So, as per step 4, you need to create an action plan. Step 5 of the process is immediate action. People who become successful, after they have created their plan, they immediately start acting on their plan. That is what successful people do. They do not keep sitting on their plan. They immediately act on their plan. For example, when Ritesh Agarwal started Oyo Rooms, as per the plan, somebody needed to go and do the research with the hotels and figure out what kind of facilities the hotels are providing. Now, instead of waiting for the right person, he immediately himself started acting on that plan, and he himself started going to the hotels to do the research. So as per step 5, if you want to become successful, after creating a plan, immediately start acting on that plan. And that brings me to step 6 of the process. Step 6 of the process is consistency and persistency. Plenty of times, a lot of new startups fail majorly because the fact the founders somehow fail to act consistently and persistently. People who become successful in a long run, they continue to act consistently and persistently. For example, many years ago when Thomas Alva Edison wanted to create the perfect model of light bulb, even after failing a lot of times, he kept working consistently and persistently. And that is why, even after a lot of failures, finally he managed to give the world the right model of electric bulb. So, as per step 6, keep working consistently and persistently. Okay, so let's talk about step 7 of the process. Step 7 of the process is course correction. Please know this, that even after having a great plan, even after making sure that you have a great team, at times you will make mistakes. And in those scenarios, you'll have to do course correction. For example, when Mahendra Singh Dhoni started playing cricket in the very initial part of his career, thinking that he will get a very good platform to play on national level, he joined Indian Railways. But soon after joining Indian Railways, he realized that he made a mistake. So what did he do? He left Indian Railways, so he immediately corrected his course. And that is what you need to do. As per step 7 of the process, at times you need to do course correction. And that brings me to the final step, step 8 of the process. Now please understand that step 8 is not something which you would do probably at the end. This in fact is something which all successful people do throughout the journey. It is sacrifice. Yes, that is what step 8 is. That is actually the final thing that I want to talk about. Please understand this very, very well. Each and every single person I have talked about, be it Malala Yousafzai or Barack Obama or Ritesh Agarwal or Mahendra Singh Dhoni, they all have managed to become successful majorly because of the sacrifices they have made in their lives. So if you want to become successful, you will have to make sacrifices and be ready to make those sacrifices. If you want to keep rising with me and my team, please subscribe this channel and we'll make sure that we come to you every single week and you rise with Shivendu.